Well, I think we've proven that we've got to get off to better starts. I think that's a fact, and it's been a continuing trend for us for the last couple of years. I think we have to evaluate everything: the way we practice, the way we play preseason games. I think the goal that we have to always keep in mind is we're trying to get our team to game one as fresh as they can possibly be and as healthy as we can possibly be. And I think for the most part we've done that. The thing we've got to look at is, do we need to um, have more contact? Do we need to play more in preseason games? Do we need to change up the way or the times or how we practice just to change things up? I mean, it's all something we're still talking about. We don't have the answer for. If we had the answer for it, we'd have changed it, a while back. But it's certainly something that we know is a big issue for us that we got to get fixed. We've done it. We just ran out of time this year. We just got off to such a slow start. We've been able to come back from those slower starts in years past, and still make hay at the end of the year. We did make hay at the end of the year, just too little, too late. And we certainly, for us to get where we need to get, we've got to get off to much faster starts than we've done in the past. I think that's everybody recognizes that. We got to try to find a way. And there's a multitude of things I think that we could look at to potentially help that.
Have you done that yet, or
No, we haven't made any final decisions yet. I mean, we're still, a month and some change from the end of the season. We still got a lot of time to talk that through and figure out a plan on how we, do that going forward or help that going forward.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think you have to?
I don't know. I don't know. There's a crystal clear answer. We've been a part of right. I mean, when Marvin was here, we used to have very physical training camp practices and the rules have changed as such too, right? Where there's only X amount of time you can have in the building. There's only X amount of practices you can have. There's a lot more walkthroughs. Yeah. So I think the league is mandated through the CBA that the way that you have to practice to some degree too. That changes. So, I think there's a variety of factors that we'll try to figure out and work through going forward.
Is there utilization to OTAs for you guys that could be more helpful to be a little more, or is that a little bit different beast because it's so removed? There's only 10 sessions, whatever. Can you use those better?
Well, I think we utilize them relatively well now. I think it's all part of trying to get guys and keep guys as fresh as they can leading into training camp, and I think that's so far out from the true grind of when your team is really made in training camp. I think OTAs are really for the younger players to get up to speed with our systems. I think it's for the any changes we make offensively, defensively, or on special teams. That's the time that you introduce those changes. Obviously it was a huge thing for us this offseason, or these OTAs for the kickoff and kickoff return rules. There's a lot of playing around, experimenting that we did that allowed us to, I think, hit the ground in training camp running just because of things we learned from OTAs. So I think